Hello and happy Sunday. It's steak night and it's rainy and damp and not so pretty out, so I decided not to grill, and that's okay. Look at these beautiful sirloins. These are the butcher box sirloins that come in the barbecue bundle, and I'm going to cook them in a wrought iron pan, and I've got it heating up right now. This is the easiest way to make a steak. This thing is heating up. You want to get it screaming hot, okay? I can feel the heat coming off this pan, so we're just about ready. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil, not the light olive oil that you use for a salad, but a good cooking olive oil, good quality oil, or you can use avocado oil, coconut oil, even butter, although you'll have to cook at a lower temperature with the butter. Ghee would be great. That would work. So just enough to put a little bit on the bottom of the pan. And we're going to cook these steaks 3 minutes each side, but the key is to let them rest a good 8 minutes before slicing or serving, and that's going to give you the perfect steak. I guess you can't really see what I'm doing, so let me see if we can move this. All right, that's a little better. So when you hear the sizzle, you know that pan was ready. Don't crowd the pan. If you're making a bunch of steaks, you might need to do this in batches, and that's okay. If you crowd the pan when you're cooking meat, what it's going to do is steam, and what we want to do is sear it. So don't crowd it. Allow just a little bit of space between each one, and you're going to get your very best results. Now, I meant to set a timer here, so I'm just going to keep track as best I can. But we want about 3 minutes per side on these steaks, and we don't want to overdo it because this is good quality meat. We don't need to kill it. Now, beforehand, what I did earlier today, I took the meat out of the seal. I placed it on a plate. I dried it pat it dry with paper towels so that it was absolutely dry, and I seasoned it with garlic powder, coarse salt, pepper. I think that's it. You can season that as you like, but usually garlic, salt, and pepper are your basics for a good steak, a good nice steak flavor. Those are the basics, and I seasoned it on both sides, and I left these sirloins in the refrigerator to air dry the rest of the day, so I did not cover them. Another option, of course, would be to marinate the steaks, but I wanted just a nice seared, seasoned steak tonight, so that's what we're doing. And they're cooking just fine. You can hear the sizzle, and like I said, it's going to be 3 minutes per side is all we need for these steaks. So what goes with the steak? I decided to go with some oven roasted veggies. So in my oven, I placed some sliced Brussels sprouts, some broccoli, and some carrots that I cut into ribbons because they take longer to cook normally, so I cut them thin. That was tossed in a tiny bit of olive oil, some garlic powder, salt, pepper, and Parmesan cheese. I just put them in a 425-degree oven just a few moments ago, and that's going to take about 12 minutes, maybe 15. Usually Brussels sprouts take about 20 minutes, but since I cut them thin, I'm going to be sure to check them a little bit sooner to make sure. So those vegetables are in the oven now. Since this takes 3 minutes per side and about 8 minutes to rest, everything's going to be ready right about at the same time, which is what I was looking for. I've got 35 seconds left to turn these steaks, and I didn't start my timer right as I put them in the pan, so I'm going to turn them now. Turn the steak away from you and lay it down gently so none of the fat jumps up to bite you. All right. These look beautiful. Let me see if I can angle in here. See that? So they have a nice sear on the outside. We're looking for that. And we don't want to overcook either. Okay? So I've laid those over It's nice and hot, and I'm going to set another 3 minutes for side 2. And that's all that's going to need. All right, so I'm going to let the steak cook again for another, well, almost 3 minutes. My vegetables are in the oven. I'm going to check the vegetables at about 10 minutes and just give them a shake, make sure they're okay. And I'm going to make sure to rest the steak for 8 minutes or so, even up to 10 minutes, okay? And it should be perfect. So I'll be sure to post a picture of the end result. This is the third of the 3 bonus items from ButcherBox, so I wanted to cook all 3 this weekend. So mission accomplished, then I'll show you the results.